They taught us to always be royal, but what do those words really mean? When you're a prince or a princess, when you're a king or a queen, we have to look out for our family, but our family is bigger than this. It includes everyone in the kingdom, every boy, girl, mister, and miss. I have to take a stand, I'll stand for one and all, even if I'm the one who takes the fall. Being royal means being loyal to those who count on us. For the kingdom I must fight, for in me they place their trust. For one and all, I'm standing tall. For one and all. Sofia is right. As the future queen of...
Bienvenida and welcome to a special episode of Spirit of Avalor with your host Lauren.
And Becca.
And today we, unfortunately, are not reviewing an Elena episode. That'll happen again. We're actually reviewing the series finale of Sofia the First, which aired on September 8th, around 11 or 11:30 in the morning. I'm pretty sure it was actually 11. Called Forever Royal. I've seen it 7 times. It is actually really, really good.
I've seen it 1.5 times.
But before we do that, we are going to talk about our girl. Our girl is not going to be left out of this.
No, we have news.
Really good news, and I have a feeling we're going to have to limit ourselves here because we could be talking about her for like 45 minutes, but hey.
Yeah.
So, 2 things actually. Song of the Sirenas is going to premiere September 21st on... There we go. On Disney Junior around 7, and it's an hour long.
Yes.
So.
And the promo has been out for a few days now, and it is amazing.
Oh, yeah. It is awesome.
Yes.
Completely, completely awesome. And we have probably watched it over 25 times.
Yep. Probably more than that. Probably
Okay.
like
So, it is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we are probably we're going to be breaking that down before we even go into the finale. Because Becca was awesome and actually was able to describe to me what Marisa looked like, or at least what her outfit looked like.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about other things, but the other news item is that Elena is moving back to Disney Junior. I mean, Disney Channel, sorry.
Disney Channel.
Sorry. You gotta excuse me, you guys. I'm a little stressed out. Sorry about that. And it's hot over here. But anyway, yeah, she's moving back to Disney Channel, which is awesome. And Song of the Sirenas will be the last official episode, or whatever, movie that airs on Disney Junior, and then it's going to switch back to Disney Channel, and we are getting an episode in October. It's called The Tides of Change.
Yes.
So.
And we think that we have a summary for that one. Do we?
What? We what?
I mean, we don't have an official summary
No,
for that.
no.
But
No.
But I think we know what it's going to be about. Or, well, we're speculating anyway.
Yeah. So, what I want to do for you guys right now, and even though, Miel, you won't be able to hear this, I'm going to play the promo for you guys. So you can at least get an audio taste of what this is, and then we'll break it down. So, I will let you know when I actually am going to do this, so, actually I'm gonna, this is what you call real life technical problems, so. Alright, so I am going to play it for you guys now, and you'll probably hear my screen reader for a second, because it likes to yell at me when I don't use it, so. And we use the same one.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll be back in a second, actually probably in a minute, because it's actually a long promo. Give or take, I mean, it's like almost a minute long.
Proof music.
We're here!
September 21st.
Who's ready for a masquerade parade?
Missed you, Primo.
Set sail for an unforgettable vacation adventure in Elena of Avalor, Song of the Sirenas.
Don't make me use this. Don't be scared. I'm Princess Marisa of Coronado.
She took down her magic thingy!
I'm sure you've heard of all the terrible things the Sirenas have done, but those days are long gone. Together we can start a new day.
Two princesses from different worlds stand together. We were spotted near a human ship.
Busted.
We are of the sea and they are of the land, and that will never change.
We can bridge that gulf if we try.
Against the ultimate threat. It's the final showdown between Elena and Shariki.
You must stop meeting like this, Elena.
We will.
Elena of Avalor, Song of the Sirenas. Premieres.
Okay, so as you guys heard, a lot was going on, and a lot is happening with our girl as she gets to Nueva Vista, and that is actually how you pronounce it, not Nubia Vista. So we will be able to break it down for you in a second after I put my microphone back in and things start behaving themselves. Alright. So pretty much first you see them on the ship, and as you heard, Elena is happy to get there.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sure she'll have some moments. I mean, you know, that was the last vacation spot that she and Isa were at with their mommy and papi, so, you know, there's going to be, hopefully there'll be some moments, you know, where...
Yeah.
And hopefully Naomi will be there for her.
Yeah.
You know, so... And I was just thinking something, actually.
Yeah?
What if it's Scarlet who tries to help her?
Yeah.
I mean, that would actually make her more endearing to us.
I know. It would.
And all of you listeners out there, you need to excuse me because I'm eating dinner while we're doing this and I'm eating tacos, so. But yeah, I mean, that would just be awesome.
Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah, and we would see like her serious side.
Again. Because we see it at the end of Captain Turner Return, so it's not like she doesn't have one.
Right, yeah. But maybe we'll see more of her serious side
Mm-hmm.
for this.
Oh, yeah. So, and then it switches and we see Cristobal handing Elena flowers, and he picks her up and twirls her around. And that's when she says, you know, I missed you, Primo.
Yeah. Yes.
And, I mean, he had to have loved them at one point. I mean, that just, I don't care who you're loyal to in politics or in any type of leadership for any kingdom or country. Like, that's his familia, so he still has to kind of love them. I mean, yes, he hasn't seen them in 42 years, but almost 43 now, but, you know, there had to be, he had to have been somewhat happy to see them. It's not, yes, he lured, spoiler alert, he lured Elena there to be assassinated, but I'm going to give it to him that seeing them again made him realize, like, how much he actually missed them, and the fact that maybe he even was sort of having second thoughts, and then obviously, maybe, you know, and then obviously banish them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then he asked, you know, he's ready for a masquerade ball, and right before we get all the cool stuff, I don't know about you, Miel, but that score made me think of a video game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, and there's actually a screenshot of one of the scenes from the promo floating around, and it's Elena wearing her, you know, her Sirena dress and then her mask. And Gabe and Mateo and Naomi are there. Well, I've only seen I've only seen it on Tumblr, and it was like the image was like cut off or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you only see Elena, Mateo, and Gabe. You don't see Naomi, but she is there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where that falls in. I don't know where that is in the promo.
It has to be at night, or it has to be either at night if they're just all trying them on, you know, or it has to be right before the masquerade even starts.
Yeah, yeah, because they're in Cristobal's palace, so or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
if he lives in a palace or not, but
well, in my fanfic, I have him living in a villa.
yeah.
But anyway, so then it switches scenes and it switches music, and I love this background music. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to hear it in the movie. And you see Elena kneeling down, and she is actually pointing her scepter at Marisa and this creature thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's when she's like, you know, don't make me use this. And, you know, Marisa's like, don't be scared. You know, I am Marisa Coronado. And honestly, when I first heard the promo, and this is nothing against Gina Rodriguez, I promise, you are amazing. We love your character in this to pieces. But at first, I thought she said, I am Princess Marisa of Colorado. But, and I think what she actually says is Coronado, like
yeah, right.
Which is actually pretty cool if you think about it.
Yeah, it is cool.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, she introduced herself, and then I'm guessing the next scene they're underwater.
Yes. When I start the song?
No. When she's like, I'm sure you've heard all the terrible things that
No, they're on land.
Okay. Yeah.
That's when Marisa changes.
Okay.
When her tail becomes legs.
Okay. And her outfit is stellar. Oh my gosh, they use all three of my favorite colors, and I am just so, and I'm usually not a fashionista, but this is just so.
Yeah, and I want to get.
It's not even funny. Beautiful.
I want to get someone, you know. I mean, I guess I did an okay job describing
you did more than an okay job, Neil. You were amazing.
I I want to get. First off, I think I need to look at it on my iPad where I can zoom it in, and
No, but you were awesome. Hey, Paige, want to help us out? And crap, we should have asked her to be on this. Sorry.
I know.
But yeah, so then, she's like, I'm sure you've heard all the terrible things Sirenas have done. Yeah, that's how you actually say it, Sirenas, not Sirenas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, but those days are long gone. Then we're hoping that she has a duet, that the song is sung by both girls.
Yes. I hope so.
So, even if Marisa has most of it and Elena has, like, a little bit of the second verse and the chorus, I'll be happy with that. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
So then, you see Elena on Skylar,
And
sorry.
this right before this, it's either right before Elena's on Skylar, or I think it's before.
Okay.
But there is a quick scene, and I literally had to watch the promo about 40 times in a row to get this and pause it at the right moment because it's so quick. But it's just a short little glimpse of Gabe, Marisa, Naomi, and Mateo on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them, especially Naomi, look terrified.
And I'm guessing that's when Elena is thrown back by Fierro into the water.
Yeah.
And she obviously, probably hits her head and not, and, oh yeah, come on, I can see Naomi being terrified. I mean, her girlfriend just got thrown off.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not apologizing for my ship preference, no pun intended. Or technically our ship preference, but the point is everyone else who does podcasts about any other show has their stuff, and, that's their place to talk about it, and all, so hey. But anyway, so I'm guessing that Marisa at that point, she dives in the water, is like, I'll get her.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing too.
So.
But I just love that, Naomi is gonna get to meet Marisa too.
Oh yeah.
That's just awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I hope Issa.
I know, I was just gonna say that. I hope Issa gets to meet her.
And if not in this, I don't know how she couldn't in this, but if it's not a proper introduction, obviously, they'll probably get time to get to know each other and hang out in the Tides of Change.
Yeah.
So, and so then, yeah, you see Elena on Skylar and Shuriki's on Cruise. And
yeah,
they're pointing their scepters at one another.
And I love, this is, we've only heard one, excuse me, we've only heard one line from Shuriki in this promo, and
Go ahead, Meow, 'cause I know you love this as much as Steve from DBT loves Maleficent's line in Sleeping Beauty. Now you will deal with me, young prince, and all the powers of hell! Shout out to DBT, we love you guys, we wouldn't be on. I'm excited for your Monsters Inc. episode. Everyone out there who's listening to us, go listen to Disney Vault Talk. They are awesome on iTunes.
They are so awesome.
Steve Glosson is hilarious, and that's who I'm speaking of right now, the guy who loves that line so much, and he does it so well. But go ahead, Meow.
Okay. So Shuriki says, as she's on Cruise, she says, we have to stop meeting like this, Elena.
We will. And Elena, when she says that, she looks so angry, and
She does.
her eyes are just narrowing determination. Like, you're not getting away this time. I'm going to finish you no matter what. And I doubt she realizes what she's going to actually have to do.
Yeah.
Although she does reference it in Shapeshifters, but, she probably just, I'm not saying she wanted to do it, but she was just angry.
Yeah.
She didn't realize it was actually going to come to fruition. So I'm very interested to see how she reacts afterwards. Like,
Oh, yeah. And I hope that they go there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause
They did a great job in, having her feel. Yeah, they did a wonderful job with that. So they need to do, where she's dealing with basically killing another human being.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, an evil human being, but still a human being.
Oh, yeah. And so, and thank you. Because what you just said, you're getting a part tonight, because I just got a really good idea.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. You guys, this is what we do on the show. We talk about our girl constantly. We come up with new fan fiction ideas on the show. We eat dinner on the show. I push Raja off the table on the show. Get down. And he is not hurt. He is fine. His pride's more wounded than anything else. And for those of you who are wondering, well, they were going to review Sofia. Why aren't they doing Sofia? Just wait. Be patient. So.
Yeah.
And last time, I checked, we're the ones hosting this, so yeah, we can talk about whatever we want. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I really am nice, so I was just being a smart butt.
We will get to Sofia eventually.
Yeah. 3 hours later, yeah, we were going to do that. Craig, see what you do to us? No. And speaking of Craig, we will tentatively have him back on either in November or December of this year. So.
Yep.
Send questions to spiritofavalourpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Very appropriate questions. So, anyway. So, we see two different animals in this promo. One who's as neurotic as Sven, although I love Sven better. And Sven is in the seahorse in the Flowing Palace.
Not the reindeer in Frozen.
No, he's an idiot. But anyway, he's the reason that Santa Claus got all those other reindeer, because apparently he got fired. So, anyway, but, oh man. But yeah, so we see two different creatures. One of them, like I said, is neurotic, and I'm sorry, I don't know how to throw that word around or anything, but he really, he's just like, she took out her magic thingy! It would be really funny if, I don't know if Elena's with her in that scene, I have no idea, but it would be really funny if she had, or if she is, and she's like, you know what? You need to relax, I wasn't actually going to hurt you, but you can see, if you don't, you're going to see what I can do without it. Because our girl is stressed, and she doesn't need some creature being stupid.
No.
So, yeah, so that creature thing, so, so can we stop for a second and talk about Marisa's Papa for a minute?
Yes.
I like him.
Me too.
I'm so glad that and as much, I'm not saying I don't like King Train, come on, Ariel's my girl, I mean, I grew up with her, but I love that they're going a different root with both of them, like with this character. Like, he's not screaming, he's not wanting to throw Elena out of you know, Nueva Vista, or whatever their kingdom actually is called. I don't think it's called that.
Sure. In the scene in the promo,
Coronado, because
when it's Marisa and her papa, I don't think Elena's there.
oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
No, it's okay.
She could be off camera.
Yeah.
You know, but the promo goes by so fast that.
Right.
But I don't think that she's there.
Okay. Which is, and I hate to say this, I love her, but in a way that's better, because we get to see these two interacting and really getting to know their dynamic.
Yeah.
So, so then we get another creature. I don't know what it looks like, but it sounds like an eel or some sort of snake.
It's blue.
Okay. Because...
That's all I know.
It's okay. Because her papa is like, you were spotted near a human ship, and the creature's like, busted!
Yeah!
And so, as you notice, I mean, you guys heard the promo. I played it for you guys. So as you notice, he's not screaming.
No.
So I think he was more worried than angry, which is interesting because you have Triton, you have Emmeline. As much as I love Emmeline, you know, I have nothing against her. Come on, Jodie Benson portrayed her perfectly. And
yes.
She didn't get, you know, but at the same time, it'll be interesting. Oh my gosh, what if Pescoro is like the calm one in the family, and her mama is the one who like goes crazy and like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to throw that word around either. I'm so sorry, but you know what I mean, like you know, it's the one with the temper and stuff.
Yeah.
But in a way, I can't imagine her being like that because Rita Morano plays her, and yeah, she can get feisty. ¿Qué haces, Mal?
I was just closing my door.
Oh, okay. And there you have it, folks. Her family got on the show. But,
okay.
Yeah, so, I'm not saying Camilla will be like that. All I'm saying is that it'll be interesting to see the dynamic between them.
Yeah.
See, you know.
And then I can't wait to see what Daria is like.
She's a guard.
I know, but I can't wait to, you know, because she's voiced by one of my favorite.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm sorry, Mio. I didn't mean it like that. But I wasn't trying to, yeah, I'm sorry. That was me.
I know she's a guard.
I'll make it up to you in the recording, but yeah.
I'm just saying I can't wait to meet her character.
Mm-hmm. No, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So then Marisa, excuse me, I just almost put my tongue. Her papa's like, you know, we're of the sea and they're of the land and none shall meet. And that has never changed. And Marisa's like, we can bridge that gulf if we try. And I love that.
Yes. It took me like 10 listens to realize that she wasn't saying goal.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that she was saying we can bridge that goal. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
No. No, she's saying gulf. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it took me like 10 listens to realize that was
okay. I would never no, you're good, don't worry. I love you, I would never do that to you. But, I mean, no one's heard, there was one part I had to keep listening to, but it wasn't that, it was something else. So, then, obviously then we get the Elena on Cruz thing. Or sorry, Elena on Skylar. I'm so sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, then we get the Elena on Skylar thing and Shrieky on Cruz. And it does something really weird. Apparently you see a close-up of Shrieky's eye or something.
Yeah.
And you hear her cackle.
Yeah, you see a close-up, like, her eye. The camera you know how they do where they go close-up on someone's eye and then it turns into something else?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just kind of fades, and that's what this does. And then there is a scene another scene I had to watch like over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where in the promo this is, but a scene where Naomi is like shielding her face and turning away.
It's probably from the light.
Probably, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's probably from the light from Elena's scepter.
Yeah. Because the two scepters are going off at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, yeah. But this is just going to be incredible.
Oh, yeah. And now I just got an idea.
Awesome. But, like I said, we are going to be getting a new episode in October 13th, called The Tides of Change, but we don't know what it's about.
I think it's just called Tides of Change.
Oh.
I don't think there's not a the.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Tides of Change. Yeah. Sorry, I just.
That's okay. But we looked, and the only cast member on the cast right now is Amy, but that makes sense because it's almost a month away. Well, it's almost like 4 weeks away. So.
Yeah.
But I am just so happy that it's moving back to Disney Channel.
I know. Me too. Me too. Oh my gosh, that means that the storylines are going to keep getting darker and.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So you're going to have to tell Chrissy.
Huh?
Sorry. I'm almost not eating. You're going to have to tell Chrissy.
Yeah. Yeah. I will. I will, definitely.
I hope they release the song.
I know. I want the song.
I mean, either in a music video the day before or obviously professionally on iTunes.
Yeah.
I think it's really bad that they don't tell Craig when they're releasing music.
I know. I know. They should tell him.
I know. For either show, apparently.
Yeah.
Alright, so unfortunately we need to move on.
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah, we could stay on. We could talk about our girl for another 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, we can. But, anyway, I mean, yeah. Alright, so... Alright, so, yes, so we are about to review Sofia's series finale, Forever Royal.
Yes.
Which aired on September 8th around, like I said, 11, I think it was 11 o'clock.
It was 11, yeah.
And on Disney Junior, but that's okay because it's meant to be on Disney Junior. So,
Yeah.
But, geez, now I got Quetu ni Quetu stuck in my head.
I have For One and All stuck in my head.
But I digress, that was Lion Guard. They had an awesome episode with Jasiri coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Called the Hyena Resistance, but yeah, we're
And it was so good.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Maya Mitchell. Maya Mitchell, gee, sorry. That was my screen reader. That's how it says your name. I'm so sorry, Maya. But oh my gosh, Maya, you did an amazing job.
Yes.
You did an amazing, amazing job.
So good.
And we hope it's not the last we see of Jasiri just yet, but we both loved that episode, and you
Yeah.
you were mostly the reason it was incredible.
Yeah.
So, and we would love to have you on
Yeah.
to talk about Jasiri and the Fosters.
Yes.
So, you're more than welcome. And I have friends in the UK, so we can schedule it accordingly. So,
Yeah.
as in, like, the reason I said that, Maya, is because I know the time difference. That's the only reason I mentioned that. So, we're good. We'll work around your schedule.
Yeah.
And that goes for anyone who wants to come on. You know, anyone who we really, really want to talk to from, like, Jillian.
Yes.
Jillian. Christian, Amy, Jenna, with the right permission.
Yeah.
So, alright, so what were your initial thoughts, like, when you first saw the promo for this, for Forever Royal, I'm sorry.
Oh. I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah. Just call me the queen of clarification. No, I'm kidding.
I couldn't wait.
Saturday, 8 BLR. 1 minute ago. LeGrand of Added sent you a message. I'm relieved to know so. Though I'm sorry your ellipsis.
Sorry, my phone decided to go off.
The promo got me really excited for the finale. Especially the song. And it was just a really good promo.
Power off. Power off. Button. Power off.
I'm just shutting down my phone for now. But,
Yeah.
ow.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. GBT has kitties running around and knocking crap over. I'm the one knocking stuff over. I'm good. What I knocked over, there is a picture frame that I got for Navidad last year. And it's in the shape of a cat.
Cool.
Well, at least part of it is. And so, Raja, you're not getting my stress ball. Go over there. Anyway, so in order for me to actually talk about how I felt the finale, we need to kind of go back. If you're okay with this,
Yeah.
go back way around. back to 2012 when I first actually discovered the series, and I don't know what DVD I got at the time. I honestly have no... Oh, actually I do know. It was a Doc McStuffins DVD.
Okay.
So, don't worry, no further. But my point being is that on the beginning of that DVD was a promo trailer, whatever, for Sofia. And I'll admit that at first I didn't really care. Because it didn't look like anything I mean, not saying it didn't look like anything I'd like, but I just, for some reason, it didn't grab my attention. It wasn't, you know, there was really nothing about it that I thought was original at the time or anything. So, you know, I wasn't, and this was back in like July or August of 2012, obviously, so, but, and then, like, I started seeing articles pop up, I started, excuse me, seeing posts about, you know, the show and her and all this, and I was just like, okay, so I start reading them, and then I was like, well, maybe, you know, I'll give the pilot a chance or whatever, and, you know this, Mio, that I told you that the first time I watched Once Upon a Princess, I actually recorded a commentary. The night that it aired. It wasn't anything like that. It was the night that it aired. Yeah. So I, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. But what was interesting actually at that time was that I didn't really like Sofia as a character. I actually liked Amber more.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did some not nice things in the pilot and whatnot, but I had a feeling that she was going to change over time. Yeah. And she kind of does start changing in the end of the Once Upon a Princess, but then obviously, you know, it takes a while. Yeah. And yeah, so if it's something to do with that, and that's I'm not denying that or anything or discrediting her, but yeah, so Amber and James are the two characters that I really fell in love with, that I really, really liked. And so, and then obviously Clover is my favorite animal. Yeah. Character. Come on.
Mine too.
he is just awesome. And I knew I was going to like him the minute he started singing about being a fairy peon. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this character. They really, they're I don't know how they got away with that, but that's awesome. And that song is called A Little Bit of Food. So, find it on YouTube, buy it on iTunes, it's around. So, but anyway, so I watched the pilot, then I started watching the series. Oh, and by the way, Mel, I have an interesting story to tell you about my first adventure with iTunes off air, but it has something to do with Sofia.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so I started watching the series, and you know, I like some episodes, some were hit or miss. My first favorite one, actually, while I did like just one of the princes for a lot of reasons, not least of which was the bunking of gender stereotypes in sports. Yeah. Which I really, really enjoyed. Do you know what that one's about?
Remind me.
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah, I have our girl in her mind. I almost said Elena, and I did not mean that. Well, for all intents and purposes, Elena is here.
Yeah, she is. She is.
I mean, was there, technically. So, yeah. So, anyway, Sofia wants to join the Flying Derby team, but everyone keeps telling her, you know, she can't, that it's for guys, stick with princess
I did
things.
see this one, yeah.
Which is actually the first song, and this is where I realized, Amber, there was something special about this girl, because she has some pipes on her, and they wrote this because they wanted to showcase her Broadway talent. And that's the one thing, that's one of the few things I love about the show is the way that they write, and I'll go back to the Just Among the Princes in a second, but the way they write the music and the way that it's styled.
Yes.
That was besides Amber and James's characters, and later on, obviously, a few others, the music was what kept me coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, so they keep telling you, no, you can't do it. And they don't strictly specifically say you can't because you're a girl. But at the same time, that's the vibe that she's getting. And she's like, no, I'm going to do this. And James is the one to teach her. And he even doubts a little bit in the very beginning. Which I find really realistic. And what I actually find kind of funny about this is not that, but just there's a dinner scene in that episode, and Miranda, who I did not like at all until the second season, is like, you need to, she's like, she needs someone to teach her, someone like you, James. And he's like, wait, what? She doesn't even have any, riding equipment or gear or whatever. And Billy looks like, I'll take care of that. And Roland's like, well, yeah, they'll give you more practice because you need it. Or whatever. I was like, oh, this is too funny. It's kind of like that scenario where, they say you need more studying and the way you do that is to help someone else kind of thing. So,
yeah.
And, but yeah, so I mean, this is where we get introduced to Minimus, played by Eric Stone Street of Modern Family fame. I love that show. I do not care. It is awesome.
Yeah.
And what's really funny about it is that he's on it, and so is Ariel Winter, who plays Sofia.
Yes.
And you can hear her in her a little bit, especially when she gets all excited about stuff or really angry for some reason.
Yeah.
And even there, I mean, I like her character more there than I do here. I mean, two different characters, obviously. But going off in a sidebar for 1 second, my favorite character in that whole series is Gloria.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
Gloria is hilarious.
I know. Especially, we love her Sofia in a sec. Sorry, you guys, but hey, DBT does it, so we're going to do it too. It's the one where this dog is barking, and Manny has to be up for PSA test or whatever their equivalent of, those standardized tests. And, so, being a good mom as she is, she's like, okay, so, a couple days later, Jay comes home and he's like, okay, our neighbor so-and-so can't find their dog. Where's the dog? And she's like, well, Manny had to study, and I thought that, if I brought the dog in the house and it would stop barking, I didn't kill the dog. The dog is safe. I'll give it back after the test. I want him to do well. Don't you want him to do well? And Jay's like, okay, where is the dog? And he goes in the room with dogs laying on the bed watching cable. Because the other kids, Alex and especially their little brother, I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head, but he thinks that the dog is dead because he sees Gloria digging a hole, or when somebody digging a hole, and he thinks that she's digging the dog's grave. Oh man. Shout out to Sofia Vergara, you are amazing. And I was not making fun of you, I promise. I'm Latina too. I would never make fun of anyone of my own culture, or anyone for that matter, in a harmful way or anything. But you are amazing. Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, Modern Family is really cool. I love it. I've seen some of it in descriptive. It's really good that way.
Cool.
But one other thing I do want to bring up about it, and I promise to go back to Sofia. Hey, we've done it sidebars before. There's this other episode it's really funny. The guys, Cam and Mitch, they have this situation. Everyone, you guys out there who drive, we don't drive, but everyone else seems to drive. So,
yeah.
and I'm sure maybe you've been in this situation, Becca, with like, you know, with someone in your family or a friend or whatever, where you lock the keys in the car.
Yep.
Okay, so in this instance, it's a little more dire because they've locked Lily in the car by accident. And
I'll tell you a story off air.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
like.
All right, no problem. So they locked her in the car. So, and this was an accident. This was not. They love this kid. I mean, come on. So anyway, the whole point is they can't get back in the car. So, Mitch calls OnStar, their version of OnStar, you know, and you know he explains what's going on. He's calm pretty much, and he's like, you know, this is what's going on. Our daughter, our 8-month-old daughter is in the car. You know, she seems to be okay, but, you know, you need to get in the car. And all of a sudden, you hear this. She's locked in the car! In the car! And, like, the woman on the other end of the line is like, tell your wife to calm down. She's like, tell your wife to calm down. We're coming. I'm sending someone. Everything's gonna be okay. And I remember the first time I saw that episode, I actually started crying like I am now because I was laughing so hard. Because if you heard Eric Stone Street scream ever, and I don't, in Modern Family and Sofia, she does a couple of times, he does sound like a girl. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so, you know, watch Modern Family. I'm not sure if it's over. It might be in its last season, but it is incredible. It's amazing. It's funny. It's heartwarming. You will love it. And Ariel Winter plays Alex.
Yeah.
So,
I saw an interview with Ariel one time, and she was talking about Modern Family, and she's like, yeah, when we all go out, like, to meet, you know, fans and stuff, people ask me to take the pictures because they don't know that I'm part of the cast. Because she looks so different, you know, on the show, I guess, and...
Yeah. Well, not too different, but a little different. From what I could see, when I could actually see stuff like that. It was back in 2012, but yeah, oh my gosh. But, alright, so we'll get back to Sofia. Sorry about that. You actually were not sorry, because... but yeah, oh my gosh, that was awesome. I needed that laugh. But, and if there isn't another episode I can recommend, then we will get off of it, I promise. It's the one when they go to Disney World.
Oh, yeah.
That one is, especially when Gloria and, Manny are on Dumbo. And they're on, like, 2 different elephants, and she's wondering what's wrong with, you know, what's going on, and she's trying to talk to him about things, and, she's like, you know, you can talk to me, and, you know, if anything's wrong, and you have Jay if it's something I can't, you know, and he's like, no, I'm okay, and she's like, no, you're not. She's like, you're sad, you've been sad since we walked in here, and that's just not right, and this is the happiest place on earth, and you're making that elephant depressed. Oh my god.
Oh.
But yeah, I know we're giving a lot of shout outs to Modern Family, but it is a good show.
I've only seen a handful of episodes.
It's really, really good. I love how they actually tackle subject matter.
Yeah.
And they do it in a realistic way.
Yeah.
But obviously they still have, you know, the comedy and stuff, and
Yeah.
case in point, the car. But yeah, so And yes, I turned the air conditioner on, and Raja is awake. It woke him up, so he is going to be running around screaming, so I can't actually control him, but hey. So anyway, okay, yeah, so back to this. So sorry about that, you guys. But hey, we're allowed to sidebar, and it was sort of a connection. But, so, yeah, so I watched a couple episodes. So, yeah, so back to Just One the Princess for a sec. I loved how they did it. Like, I loved how she wasn't explicitly banned from doing this, but people were trying to convince her not to do it. And, you know, that she finally was like, no, heck, I'm just gonna do this. And you do see Amber change in this one be a little bit, like, because she says, at one point she's like, you know, are you okay? Like, I don't want you to get hurt. Maybe you should stop.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, that one actually is one of my first favorite. So the second one I really love is Cedric's Apprentice. This does have a connection with the finale, which we will be talking about in a couple minutes. And I love how...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I watched that one in descriptive.
Yes. For any of you guys who have Netflix out there, Sofia is available. The first 2 seasons anyway are available in descriptive. Hopefully the third one will follow soon, which means we'll get Secret of Avalor, technically.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
Not our favorite scene, but...
Yeah. But maybe Maureen will describe it.
Yeah.
That'll make up for that.
Yep.
So anyway, in Cedric's Apprentice, Sofia has to learn, you know, magic, obviously, and because she's being taught by the 3 fairies from Sleeping Beauty. So, who pretty much probably got fired from their job. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so she can't turn rocks into rubies, so she goes to Cedric and asks him, and she gives him, or she cleans his shop in exchange for him giving her magic lessons. So, obviously she passes the test. Raja, get out of my closet. Anyone want him? No, I'm kidding. I love him so much. I wouldn't give him up for anything. But you do that one more time, Miho, and you are going on an express train to Georgia.
Yeah. You're coming to see me.
Yep. You get to play with Skittles and Summer.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so at the end, obviously, she passed her test and all that, and she gives Cedric a gift and turns a few rocks, or a rock, into a ruby, but it's in the shape of a heart.
Yeah.
So, which leads us, obviously, into the finale. So, for those of you who have not seen it and don't want to be spoiled, I recommend you wait to listen to the rest of this podcast until you do watch it.
Yeah.
And so there are a few things I need to explain before we go into this. First of all, the shoe shop that Miranda and Sophie used to work and live in, we actually see it in this episode. This is the first time we actually see it. We might have passed it in the Bigger King, but I'm not exactly sure. The episode where they become commoners,
Yeah.
and stuff after Roland makes a wish in him, well, through a mirror. What is it with him and wishes? I mean, seriously, we'll get to that.
I know, really.
Did he learn his lesson from before? And don't worry, you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, but that's okay, you're not meant to for now. But, so, we see it for the first time. And
Yeah.
in the finale. So, Miranda takes Sophia there and explains that, you know, she has something for her for graduation, which she is graduating Royal Prep. Which all of them are Desmond, Cleo, Hildegard, Kari, Maya, Jun and June, Amber, James, Desmond,
Yeah.
Khalid, whatever his name is. So, if I forgot anyone, sorry, but I'm pretty sure I got the main. Oh, Zoe. So, and I think her name is Lakshmi. I'm thinking of Dads and Daughters Day, so yeah. So anyway, so they're all graduating. So the fairies can all go to the spa and get drunk before they have other students they have to teach them. I would think now they could get Professor Pop-Up out of that darn bubble he's been in for the past 4 years. Which happens in the pilot, so.
Okay.
But, oh, I'm sorry, not the pilot. I'm sorry, it happens in Make Way for Miss Nettle, which is 116. When Miss Nettle first shows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but my point is, he's been there for a long time and everyone forgot about him. Like, the only teacher that I really liked in this whole series isn't even human. It was Professor Mercurian.
Yes. What season is his episode?
Season 3. It's called One for the Books.
Okay. I'll get. I know it won't be a descriptive, but
No,
I'll watch.
but it's really good. I need to warn you about something, though. When I had Issa mention being turned upside down at her desk in that one chapter of Sanctuary, that's what he does to them.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I just was trying to help you, just so you knew that you had to turn away at certain points.
Yeah.
I love Professor Mercurian because he reminds me of Lupin.
Yes.
With his outside-the-box thinking.
Yeah.
And you need to do some outside-the-closet thinking, mister. I know you're feeling ignored, but not everything is about you. Ow! Don't bite me. Go over there. But, anyway, so, yeah, he's the only teacher I really liked.
Yeah.
Because he was awesome. But, okay, so anyway, so they go back to the shoe shop, and Miranda gives her a new dress that she made, and a pair of shoes.
Yes.
And Sophia goes to change, comes out, models them for her mom. And all I have to say about this is, can't this girl wear anything other than pink?
I know, right? Pink or purple.
No, hey, don't talk on purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors,
Well,
and it's
I
also
mean-
our girls.
I know, but we've never seen her in anything but pink or purple.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I meant by that.
Yeah, no, you're good. You don't have to. You're fine. You're fine. You're gonna see him on your doorstep tomorrow morning. But anyway, I'm ignoring him right now. But which everyone will probably hear about in a couple minutes when he starts yelling at me. But it's cool. So, you know, Sophia explains that the kid chose her to give a speech at graduation, but she doesn't know what to say. You know, what do you say to people that you've spent 4 years with? You know, on such a big day, and that's this is my second favorite song.
Yeah.
And
Mine too.
so basically it's about them getting ready to leave. They go back to the palace, everyone's there. Amber wants to wear this really awesome dress, and she has really, really changed. Because she mentions that she learned that being queen means that she's gonna have to pretty much, you know, listen to her heart and things like that and treat people well, but then she's like, I want to dress. I cracked up. I was like, yeah, okay, no, okay, you're good. And then James wants to show them night moves. Buddy, I like you, but at graduation is not the time to pull the sword.
And then he's like, okay, I'll just do it at the party.
Yeah, really. Yeah, where'd the cake go? Oh. So, can I just take a second to mention that Aunt Tilly is there, but her husband is not. Where is this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, Kate and I were talking about him a couple days ago, and we both were like, wait a minute, you married him. Where the heck is he? What the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, did you guys get a divorce or something, or what? What the heck? But, so, then comes like my favorite part of the whole entire song, and it actually made me cry, when Cedric comes and kneels down and explains that, you know, that once, at one time Sophia made rubies for him, and he's going to give them, he made them for her and put them in a new tiara.
Yes.
And, I mean, of all the people, like, of all the friendships and bonds or whatever in this show, those two are, besides her and Amber, that friendship between her and Cedric, I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was the reason that he changed. I mean, just watching Cedric We Trust.
Which I need to watch.
And I'll watch it with you, but it is real, oh gosh, it is so good. It will make you cry.
It's not on Netflix yet, is it?
No, it's in season 4.
Okay.
I mean, it's around. I mean, you know, it's available. Just not that way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we can look on the site and see what's available for her and seeing if that one, I think it's like 410. So we can see if it's up there. But, and it may even be in descriptive up there.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? But yeah, so I mean, he, you know, she really helped him to change, and, you know, it was just, it shows there, and it's just awesome. So, you know, so they get, you know, they're done saying everything, and Bailiwick is like, we have to go. I love him. I love Bailiwick.
I love how someone's like, what would we do without our Bailiwick alone?
I know. I know, really, dude. I know he means more to you than that. He raised you, but oh my gosh, really. So yes, they're about to leave and stuff, and then Sophia sees, I almost said Prisma, that's not what I meant. Krista. Too many TA's name. Too many TA names.
I know. And I love it in the song, I love when Amber's like, where were you hiding that new dress?
I know, that was awesome. Okay, so, there I go again, what the heck. Anyway, Krista and Sky show up and explain that she is Sophia's need on the Mystic Isles and all. They think that Prisma is trying to break in to get the Wicket 9, which, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's 9 objects from 9 villains of Disney past. So Ursula's necklace, where she kept Ariel's voice, Jafar's staff, which we never actually got a chance to see Sophia claim or find, which would have been really cool. Just because of the potential for Jasmine to show up again. But anyway, that the spindle from the spinning wheel that Aurora touches in Sleeping Beauty, the something from Shan Yu's sword, and the Grimhilda's crown. And I know I'm missing a few, but you get the point. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so they think that she's trying to break in to actually get these objects, all 9 of them. And so Amber comes up and asks what's going on. Why aren't you? We're about ready to leave. And Sophia asks her to cover for her. And Amber tells her to be careful.
It's 2 p.m. One notification.
Sorry.
It's okay. At first, it sounded like your microwave going off.
No.
But, so Amber tells her to be careful. You know, and then, she leaves to go, you know, to the coach and stuff, and Sophia leaves with them, and she asks Krista why Prisma would be going to the Isle of Crystals that they locked up. They locked the Wicked Nine in the Protector's Castle on the Isle of Protectors, and Garish is watching it. So Krista is like, well, you know, we can figure out, we can see if your hunch is right and whatever. So then we get there, and we see Garish, who is voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, awesome voiceover actor. One of Kate's favorite voiceover actors. And they're, Twitch and Wormwood are there, and Twitch is okay, so Garish is there, and then we see Twitch and Wormwood, but Twitch is taken on the form of a cat.
Yeah.
And that's probably the cutest transformation I've ever seen him do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, Mia. I mean, I don't know how many you've seen of this storyline, but a lot of his other transformations have been just really weird.
Yeah.
Especially in The Princess and the Pretender. But anyway, so they, you know, they get there, and Sophia reminds Krista that Prisma took her Necessity, which is probably the coolest invention in the world. I want one. It can open up any door, anywhere,
Yeah.
and make doors and walls.
That's so cool.
Darn it, the heck with Sirius's knife.
Yeah.
Before we start getting howlers and flame mail and all that, we love Harry Potter.
Yes,
But
we do.
But anyway, so they get there, and of course she's trying to break in, or Prisma is trying to break into the vault, and they stop her, and even though she's already set the plan in motion to take the power from all 9 items, and so Krista and Sophia stop her, and so Sophia gets her Necessity back. Vega takes her away. I love Vega, by the way. She's my favorite protector, and she's voiced by Ming Na
Cool.
Wen, who we know voiced Mulan.
Oh.
In both the original and the sequel. Both
Cool.
are really good. And yeah, it's the same person. She just does something different with her voice a little bit.
Yeah.
So then Orion tells them that the locket holding the spirit of Vor, who we just find out about now, actually. Bad storytelling! Sorry, Craig, we love you, but a little sloppy there. I mean, we knew there was a spirit in the locket from the very first time Prisma tried to take the crown of the Wicked Queen. Or
Yeah.
maybe even before that, a little bit, but at the same time, we never knew a name, we never knew anything about her.
Yeah.
We didn't even know, you know, so, anyway, oh, excuse me. And before I go on, Craig, you are awesome. We mean nothing offensive by what I just said. It's just that, you know, a little information would have been nice. So the locket, he tells them the locket of war has gone missing, and, well, I'm sorry, he tells them that the locket's been destroyed, not missing, jeez, and hopes that Vor is destroyed. Sophia asks who Vor is, and then Orion tells her that Vor is an evil spirit. Oh, sorry, an evil sorceress who tried to use her magic to take over the Ever Realms, including ours.
Yeah.
So the Protector stopped her, imprisoned her, and then sealed the ring's power in all 9 of the objects. And then Vega notes that that's why Prisma really wanted them to restore her. But
yeah,
so that if Prisma had completed the spell, Vor would have been freed. So then Sophia goes to graduate.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just stop there for a second, talk about this a little bit, so we're not like flying through this. So,
Yeah.
First of all, how much you want to bet that Vor and Shariki were friends?
Probably 100%.
I mean, seriously, yes, Shariki just wanted to take over one kingdom, you know, and not the whole
Yeah,
realm.
but remember what she says in Secret of Avalor. We shouldn't trade with them. We should invade.
Yes. Oh, right, yeah. But so I can totally see Shariki and Vor either being friends or using each other.
Yeah.
So
and in my story, the one I'm doing now, they take over Enchantia together. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, sorry, not awesome, but yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, come on. If you know that some sorceress spirit lady is trying to take, you know, wouldn't you destroy the ring instead of just separating? That's like the Horcruxes in a way, you know, just come on, people.
Yeah.
Smarter than that. And I mean the characters in this case, not the writers. But so and yeah, I would love an Assessa-key. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so we go to Royal Prep, and Sophia is on stage with the rest of her friends and siblings, and she's actually backstage, and she encounters Desmond, who has been made valedictorian, and the poor guy. I mean, I don't know if how many other episodes you've seen with him, but he's pretty much scared of everything except for knowledge. And
Yeah.
you know, so I love what he says when he's like, you know, if I would have known that being valedictorian meant that I was going to have to give this huge speech in front of all these people, I would have failed more tests. So then he tries to get Sophia. He offers Sophia his speech, and obviously she's like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's yours. You know, we'll do this together. So then the speech flies out of his hand, reminiscent of the papers flying out of Madeline's hand in Christopher Robin. At least that's what I was thinking of when that happened.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Christopher Robin yet, we both highly recommend it. I've seen it 3 times.
It's amazing.
It is, and we're going to review it shortly on here, so...
Yeah.
I mean, that's if you still want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So... But, So anyway, the speech flies out, and I love Sofia, and she's like, "You wouldn't happen to, I don't know, memorize the speech?" And obviously, of course, he didn't. So one of the fairies, I don't even want to attempt to say who because I'm probably going to get it wrong, has called Desmond twice to the stage. Sofia pulls him onto the stage, and they give their speech together. And yeah. I like this because I like what Desmond says about them learning how to be better people, teaching each other how to be better people.
Yes.
So, and he gives Sofia most of the credit for helping him to conquer a lot of his fears, including the one about public speaking. And so then, you know, Sofia gives a speech of her own a little bit and then starts thanking all of her classmates, and she leaves Amber till last, which I thought was really sweet.
Yeah. Me too.
And, you know, people were screaming, obviously, and cheering. But I want to actually go back a little bit from that. Before that, for a sec, because I forgot something that's really funny. I love when the royal family is sitting in the audience and Ruby and Jade are with them, and Jade's like, you know, thank you for inviting us, your majesties. And Miranda's like, sure, you know, why would, you know, it's our pleasure. And Ruby's like, where's Sofia? And she's like, well, that's a good question. Where is she? You know, it's before they get on stage, because Amber's like, she'll be, you know, along. She just had to take care of something. So, okay, so yeah, so graduation's done, blah, blah, blah. So back on the Mystic Isles, Prisma is taking a royal temper tantrum like she always does. This is why I don't like her character. I actually like Vor as a villain better than her.
Yeah, but Prisma is voiced by Megan Hilty.
Yes!
Who is amazing.
Yeah, she was Glinda to Eden Espinosa's Elphaba.
Yep, yep. Mm-hmm.
And
she was also Glinda to Shoshana Bean's Elphaba.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wicked is one of our favorite musicals.
Yes. I could talk about it for hours.
Me too. Me too. Hey, you're not alone. Don't worry about that. You're not alone.
Okay.
I love it too. Why did you think I wouldn't?
Huh?
Come on, I read the Grimmery like 3 times, and
so did I.
You know, I just read Adina's book, so why wouldn't I? You know, I told you that was my, you know, that I was looking forward to the Wicked stuff most of all.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Why would I say that if I didn't? Come on, we woke up to Wicked songs when I stayed with you.
We did, and now I can't wake up to Wicked songs anymore.
4K.
Because it won't play. It won't do it. Like it won't.
Aww.
Something's wrong with. Well, I'm not gonna say her name because then she'll start talking. But.
Aw. Something's wrong. I didn't get my way. I Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're slowly backing up because, you know, if we go down the yellow brick road, we're not gonna come back. So.
No.
But come on, you kidding me? I love it.
Just follow that one road. I'm so bad with directions.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yes. Oh, man. I loved watching that with you.
It was so much fun. Oh, my gosh.
I know. I mean, obviously, if we would get to do it, like, watching it on stage, that would be incredible and descriptive.
It would be, oh, my gosh. Especially in descriptive.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Because I just said that, and I didn't know if you said it too. Cause you
No, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, we're going back on track. Sorry about that, you guys. We will not be going off track 99% with Song of the Sirenas, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of that, yeah, I don't want to go down. Well, you shouldn't really go down that road either, but I'm going to for a minute. I am just so excited for the movie itself, obviously, and also I'm curious to see what role the douche plays. Like,
I know, me too. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's there. We know he's there, but
I wonder if he has a secret meeting with Cristobal.
oh. I mean, we know we're not gonna learn anything about the betrayal,
No.
but
No. But still, I mean, I'm just curious if he has any ties to him other than, being related,
yeah.
technically.
No. Definitely gonna be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Sorry, we're getting back on track. Just... Although I could talk about Song of the Sirenas all night, so...
Me too! Me too!
Okay. Yes, okay, so yeah, we're back on the Mystic Isle, so Prisma's throwing a temper tantrum. I love Twitch here. Oh, it was just a little setback. I was ready for her to reach out and, like, wring his neck or something. She can't really hurt Wormwood. I mean, he's, small and can fly, but... and she's like, it was more than just a setback. I should have gotten, the Wicket 9. And then this finale goes from action to creepy. But I have to say, honestly, I prefer Vor as a villain to Prisma because Vor plays mind games. Vor tries to get inside people's heads.
Yes. My book came to life.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, she mind controls people.
Uh-huh.
So, yep. So, Prisma mistakenly thinks that Vor is going to give her the power that she so desperately wants, but instead Vor takes her, it possesses her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then she sings a song called Let's Get Wicked.
Yeah.
Which,
I totally was thinking about Wicked when she was singing that. I don't know why. I guess because it had Wicked in the title.
yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing, because it would be really funny if Eden Espinosa had gotten that role.
Yes!
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Wormwood and Twitch pledge themselves to her. Wormwood says, "You're the master of my dreams," and she's like, "No, I'm the master of your nightmares." And because obviously he was looking for a new master because, well, sadly he and Cedric are no longer friends.
Yeah.
Going their separate ways, and we're getting to a scene later that broke my heart. So anyway, so Vor turns Twitch into a unicorn and then imprisons the protectors. So before we go back to Road Prep, anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay, so one thing though, when she is talking about what realm she's going to take over, unless I'm thinking ahead, when she's talking, when Wormwood's like, we can call it the ever. Oh wait, no, that's later. Never mind, that's later. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
That's later. That's later. Okay,
Yeah.
Never mind. All right.
That's way later.
Just kidding. Alright, so yeah, so we're back at road prep and everyone's preparing to go home. Vivian pulls Sophia aside and she is like, I'm sad that we're not going to see each other again, that we're not going to be in this place anymore. And I love Vivian. I really like her. She's really cool.
Yeah.
She's probably my favorite besides Kari and Hildegard for Sophia's classmates.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Sophia, you know, she's like, we're not going to be friends, you know, and Amber's like, friends don't stop being friends because they graduate, they go to different schools. And that's big for her to say. I was surprised that, you know, that's what I mean. She's really changed.
Yeah.
So, Sophia makes sure that they're all coming to the graduation fiesta. And so Clover comes up to, okay, before I get in this part about our favorite rapping bunny, I want to talk about another scene that we totally forgot. It was in the middle of such a big day when Clover along with the birds give her apple.
Yes!
Oh yeah, they give her a sweet crisp apple tart. But what's interesting about that is Craig actually put that in there, well, the first part, but anyway, as a shout out to a Tumblr user who used to review Sophia episodes.
I was listening and trying to figure out what the Tumblr name was, but I couldn't.
Crisp, sweet, pink lady or something.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here, they're just coming up to congratulate her and all. So then, you know, then Krista calls and tells her that Vor is released, the protectors are captured and all. So Sophia tells Amber to please cover for her, and I love Amber here, and she's like, you know, will this have anything to do with floating islands and protectors? And she's like, yeah, and she's like, okay, fine, but you know, this covering for you stuff is starting to become a full-time job.
I love that.
So, you know, and she tells her to be careful, and I love that. So Sky takes her to the Mystic Isles with Clover. And when they get there, they discover that sorry you guys, that Vor has Krista under a mind control spell, and Sophia, well, she wants to trap, you know, Sophia, and then they explain to her that Vor wants to take over Enchantia. So, I mean, she wants to conquer the Everrealm, starting with the Kingdom of Enchantia, and I just want to stop here for a sec and say that, excuse me, all I was thinking here was that if she had, like, succeeded, Avalor would have been next.
Yes. Yes.
And I know our girl wouldn't have let her get very far, but at the same time, could you imagine? I mean, jeez.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh man, that's just like heartbreaking to think about.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
So they get there and Sky falls in the trap so he can't get out. And Sophia turns into a unicorn herself to get to the gate before Roar steals it, and so then meanwhile, well, we'll stop there. So anything, what did you think of this? Like, what did you think of the whole action scene with Sofia finding out, you know, about the trap and the mind control stuff, and, you know, her almost getting trapped on the Mystic
I
Isles?
thought it was awesome. Like, I thought this whole storyline was just, like, super complex and just, you know, a lot darker than, you know, previous episodes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just awesome.
Oh yeah, it was right up there with Elena at this point.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So
Yeah.
So back at the castle, Bailiwick is channeling his fashion runway. And fun fact, woo, Tim Gunn actually does a show, and I think it's on either Logo or one of the stations that like show that kind of thing, like that, like Project Runway and all those TLC, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, he does a show actually called, he's on Project Runway a little bit, but he also does one called Under the Gun. And
cool.
it's a fashion show. And it's really cool. And that's all I could think about. And I was just like, oh, this is good. So, anyway, so he's trying to get the castle ready for the party. The decorations aren't right. And Cedric actually comes to the rescue here. And I loved seeing him do this. Not that I could really see what he was doing or what he did, but I think he actually made
light in the shape of a sun.
Mm-hmm.
And had like the beams like shooting out.
Ooh.
Like it was, yeah, like it was really cool.
Awesome.
That's really all I could see in terms of
okay. Yeah. So, Miranda makes a comment that, you know, this is almost as awesome as having the whole family together. You know, where Sophia, and Amber's like, she's running an errand, she'll be back, and James is like, Sophia's been running one.
That's the second time that someone has asked where Sophia is.
I know, really. Oh my gosh. That's like, she's like turning into Ariel 2.0 here. Because, I mean that in a good way, only because, like, you know, if you remember from the TV series and some of the read-alongs, you know, Ariel's not, you know, with her sisters when she should be, the few times that she needs to be. She is off doing her own thing, and everyone keeps asking where she is.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we get to the kids are on their way to the party, as in Vivian, Desmond, Ruby, and Jade. And Jade and Ruby or one of them, I think it's Jade, thanks Vivian for the ride. And she's like, I need a friend of Sophia's, a friend of mine. And so, and then Sophia basically reveals everything magical about herself in like one move when she gets back, or flies towards them and transforms.
Yes.
And I love this because when Clover falls, Crackle catches him. And I love Crackle. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know you may not have seen a lot of episodes with her, but she is my second favorite animal next to Clover. I mean,
yeah,
those two are, I don't know if you've ever seen The Shy Princess. It's in Descriptive.
Yeah.
But that's her first episode, and I loved Crackle from the very beginning. Oh my gosh. And there's one in season 1 called Finding Clover, which is also in Descriptive. The whole season 1's in Descriptive. And it's sad, but it's really good, and Crackle has a main part to play in that. and she's there without Vivian, which is fine, but yeah, so Crackle catches him, and he's like, hey, he's like, thanks. She goes, anything for my Clover. And it's just so sweet.
Yeah.
And the only thing I have to ask is, when are these guys getting together to having dragon bunnies? Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so Sofia tells them about Vor, and they agree to help her. And they create all these traps, and they unleash them on Vor and her robotic soldiers that remind me of Andy's tin soldiers from Toy Story. Like army men.
Oh, the soldiers keep falling over.
I know. Oh my gosh, yes. Raja, what, do you have anything to add to that, mister? Nope. He just woke up. It sounds like he's bathing himself.
Aww.
And he pretty much just yawned. Oh, are you okay, Meal?
Yeah.
You need water?
I'm good.
Okay. So Lucinda shows up, and I really like her. I mean, I wish she could have gotten more time, but I understand why she didn't. And so she shows up, and she hexes. It's like, well, the soldiers, or the little guys, and, oh, excuse me. So Sofia wants her friends to go warn her family, but her friends tell her to do that. Get off. And
What?
no, Raja was scratching my chair.
Oh.
Anyway, so Sofia leaves, and then after Sofia leaves, Vor traps them with mind control.
Yes. I'm booked alive again.
Yes.
Yep.
So then Sofia's halfway there, and then Vor obviously shows up, and Minimus comes and takes Sofia somewhere to safety. And I liked Minimus. It took me a while to really warm up to his character, but
Yeah.
I really actually like him. So Vor takes over the castle. Cedric, so Cedric tries to fight back, and Wormwood takes his wand, which is something I didn't know until I read this a couple days ago.
Me either.
So,
What?
yeah, so that's how Vor is able to mind control them.
Wow.
So, meanwhile, okay, so, alright, so before we go any further, that whole sequence was really, really epic. Like, it was really action-packed and just really suspenseful.
Oh yeah. And like just seeing, was she with them when they
Yeah.
were mind controlled? Okay,
Yeah.
so she was mind controlled too.
Yeah.
And so is James.
Yes. And
Yeah, they all were.
mhm.
Yeah, that was just like so heartbreaking to watch that. You know, just
Oh yeah.
Sophia's whole family. You know, and I actually got several story ideas from that.
Oh. Awesome.
Yeah.
So then we get, so Minimus takes Sophia to the secret library, and she Sophia obviously is upset about all this, and this is where I honestly thought for a split second that her sister was gonna come.
I know. I really thought that Elena would show up.
Yes. By that I mean chosen sister, but I really, really thought that she was going to either come or that she was going to be there waiting for her.
Yeah. I know.
You missed an
she really-
opportunity.
Huh?
No, I'm saying that louder, so, just... Craig and you guys, you missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
But I kind of understand why, but still, that just would have been awesome.
I know.
I mean, we would have been watching that scene over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Especially if they would have sung together.
Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing. Oh my gosh, can you imagine Amy and Ariel singing together?
I know.
Oh.
Okay, so basically, Sophia's not sure what to do, and so the secret library gives her a book called The Tale of Herself, The Tale of Princess Sophia, and, we learn something, we learn two things actually within this reminiscence or whatever with this retelling, is that first of all, her father was lost at sea.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a deadbeat.
Up until this point, we didn't know where he was or what happened or.
Yeah. So, no wonder she knows how to sail and do all that, and I'm referring back to Princess Stays in the Picture.
Yeah. And no wonder Miranda knows too. She knows how to sing.
Yes. They both do.
Yeah.
So, we learned that, and then we also learn about that's sad, but this next thing is, oh my gosh, and my friend Kate, who's been on this podcast twice before now, totally called this. So, we need to go back to another episode.
Mm-hmm.
When You Wish Upon a Will.
Oh, yeah.
So, basically it's about wishes, and Amber makes one that's not too nice, and then she rectifies it, but we find out through Roland fixing her mistake that he has one more wish, which means he made another one. Like, he made a first one, and we don't know what that is until now. And I just gotta say this, that wishing well is as creepy as all get out. Oh my gosh. I mean, we had Craig on the show twice. The first time the recording didn't work, which is why you guys don't have that interview to listen to. We'll figure it out to try and get it to you somehow. Even if I have to transcribe and just put it on a website, we'll make a website for our podcast.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But I digress. He imitated the wishing well in that interview, and I was sitting there going, okay, you can stop now. He officially scared the crap out of me. I just was like, oh man. Because I'm just saying, for those of you who have not seen that episode, descriptive or not, you need to watch it, because it'll explain the tie-in for what we're talking about now. But I'm telling you, that wishing well is just darn creepy. Especially, it reminded me of Aram. And for those of you who love Avengers and Odyssey and who have listened to most of the episodes, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So, just go back and listen to Novakom Saga and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. but
Okay.
they sound the same. Oh my gosh. But, and shout out to Keith Ferguson, who actually provided the voice of the Wishing Well. And he also was, or is, he also is, or does, portray Zuzo on Elena. And if I'm not mistaken, Troyo as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have never guessed.
I'm 98%
Zuzo-
sure of the second one. I will double check, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sorry, but I'm pretty sure it is him.
Troyo, same guy. Like that. Wow.
So,
Because they don't sound anything alike.
I know, but that's the point. That he has.
Yeah.
Oh, not like that, but I just meant, that he knows how to manipulate his voice, so.
Yeah.
No, you're good. But, okay, so we find out that Roland's first wish was he wanted a family. And not only is this wishing well creepy as all get out, but it's also very deceiving.
Yeah.
As we saw in When You Wish Upon a Well with Sofia being turned into a pink cat when Amber was trying to fix it, and then Clover with the radishes. Oh my god! Oh man, yes. And shout out to Wayne Brady. You did an amazing job as Clover. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And shout out to Ellie Kemper, who played Crackle. You were awesome. So, and Sabrina Carpenter, who played Vivian. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so we find out that his first wish was, or Roland's first wish was to have a family, except, which is how Amber and James were born, but his wife couldn't handle the labor and she died.
Yeah.
I mean, just let that sink in there for a second. I mean, really. I mean,
I know. That's some heavy. That's some heavy stuff.
I know. And, I mean, obviously he never meant for that to happen. I don't think, we know he didn't, but at the same time, it's like, well, now, we know, why, I mean, like, why he values his family so much.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. I mean, when I first saw this part, like, I was crying when I first watched this.
Yeah, we watched this together.
Yeah, I know. Well, I almost was. I was like, oh, geez, this is just... It was the second time that I saw it, when I was watching it again.
Yeah.
That happened. But yeah, I almost was. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Talk about complex.
Yeah.
And how do you tell you're then, well, in the second season she was 9, but how do you tell your 9-year-old daughter that, and I wonder he didn't, bring it up.
Yeah. I know.
So we found out, obviously Amber and James grew up, happy, but for the first, 8, 9, however, 10 years, But then I obviously never knew what it was like to have a mom until Miranda came in the picture.
Yeah, and we still don't... Do we ever find out how Roland and Miranda met? And...
Yeah, we find out in Once Upon a Princess.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he bought shoes from her.
Okay.
And then she came to deliver them.
Okay.
As probably is what she did, for everyone and stuff or whatever. And they fell in love.
Aw. Yeah.
Okay, so, after the story keeper is done telling the story, Sophia's I already tried to give the story a happy ending. So then we find out who the story keeper actually is.
Yeah.
And so the pendulum then turns into a man who reveals that he was the first story keeper. So
Yeah.
he built the secret library and filled it with tomes that didn't have happy endings. So he explains that she has to give this one. So, you know, he tells her all she loves is in danger and only she can save them. That, you know, she must be willing to face this evil on her own. And be willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Yes.
So, which obviously, you know, was very heavy for them too, because they never actually done anything like that before.
No.
So, man, I'm already tearing, and we're not even to that part yet.
I know.
So, anyway, so, you know, she meets Minimus. I almost said Maximus. Sorry, wrong thing. They're not related, and Massimo, whatever his brother's name is not there. And he does have a brother. He has a whole family. We meet them in Best Air Show, which is the first episode where we meet Grandmumsy, who is Amber and James's grandmother on their father's side, who was played by the amazing Florence Henderson, God rest her soul.
Yes.
So in the last episode, Raja, stop. Sorry about that. He's tickling my feet with his tail. The last episode she was in was Royal Wedding.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sophia leaves, you know, to go back, and she turns herself into a mermaid to go to her room, and then she shrinks and obviously turns back, and she uses the Which Way bow to find her family, and then she turns into a bird to get up to Cedric's castle. He wishes to get up to Cedric's tower.
Yep.
Sorry. And so,
and finds her family there.
yeah, I was getting there. Yeah, so she finds her family there, and I love how she just tricks them. Like, I love how conniving she is with this, or not conniving, but just really believable, and I just find that awesome.
Yes, and I wonder, like, what if thing here, if she hadn't have found them, like, how long Vora would have kept them up there? I mean, because they were, like, under her spell, so...
Oh, yeah.
You know, they couldn't, you know... Like, I just don't understand why she sent them up there if they were under the spell. Like...
Yeah, I know.
That didn't make any sense to me.
So she breaks them out with Clover, or with Robin and Mia's help. I don't really like those two birds much, but whatever. And so they get to the harbor, and Roland wants to leave. He wants, you know, to protect his family and stuff. And Sophia's like, I understand, I know, I get it, you know, but we can't just leave, you know. And so then comes something that I know you did too. I'm not leaving out of this meal, I promise. I just meant, you know, that we both just, oh my gosh.
Like, I'm about to cry.
And I don't care. I'm not going to play all of it for you guys, but I am going to play some of it, because Sophia explains that when you are entrusted to rule or run a kingdom, then the entire kingdom is your family. And all I have to say was, way to go, Elena.
Yes, she taught her that.
Yes. And she would have been so proud of her.
Yes.
You know, and obviously in a story that I'm working on, she does find out. You know, and all that. But yeah, so I won't play this whole thing, but I will play at least half of it, and you'll get the idea. So enjoy, and we'll be back in a minute or two.
Yeah.
They taught us to always be royal, but what do those words really mean? When you're a prince or a princess, when you're a king or a queen, we have to look out for our family, but our family is bigger than this. It includes everyone in the kingdom, every boy, girl, mister, and miss. I have to take a stand for one and all, even if I'm the one who takes the fall. Being royal means being loyal to those who count on us. For the kingdom I must fight, for in me they place their trust. For one and all, I'm standing tall. For one and all.
Sophia is right. As the future queen of Enchantia, I owe it to my future subjects to fight for them. I say we go back.
I know you mean well, but you're still only children.
I promise I will gather my bravest men from all across the land and go back once you are all safe.
Once you spoke of my destiny, of all that I'm truly meant to be. Now it's finally clear to see the path that lies ahead of me. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. I wish I was a flying horse.
Wait! Sophia, I'm coming with you.
Amber, no!
As a prince and a future knight, I must go back and join the fight. Sir James is right, we all must go.
To save Enchantia, tally-ho!
Bailiwick, turn this boat around. Already turned, Your Majesty.
So for those who want to hear the whole thing, go on YouTube. It's on there. I think I already played more than I was supposed to, but heck, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, I mean,
This song, I mean, I have listened to this song and nothing else for the past week. Like, it's just amazing.
oh yeah. No, it is, and it's just more than that. I mean, it's just relevant for today.
It is relevant. It really, really is. And the fact that this episode aired 3 days before September 11th, the
I know.
17th anniversary of September 11th, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was planned that way, but I mean, just
Yeah, I mean, it was just incredible. And to think that, you know, that Elena definitely taught her that, and she, you know, she took it away to this moment.
yeah, oh yeah. You know, and the fact that she was, you know,
Willing to die.
willing to die. Yeah. Oh yeah. and teaching her, you know, and this was kind of like her, you know, like, oh,
I know.
I mean, you know, and she's only 12.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
And just, oh man. Like, I mean, this was just complex and just so amazing.
I know. It definitely was. And, you know, it's just, I mean, like I said, I didn't play all of it, which I wasn't really, you know, going to, but, well, obviously, you know, we couldn't, but we played most of it. So basically, the whole family, you know, takes it up, obviously, and, you know, sings it, and then it ends with Amber and Sofia holding hands, which is, oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Yes, and I love Miranda's reaction when Sophia turned
I know,
into.
that was funny.
He's like, "Wait, Sophia?"
I know. I know. Oh man.
Yeah, and I love, like, in our story that we're gonna do, that Miranda is gonna be, you know, riding Sophia when she's a horse.
I know. And like, I love that Amber, you know, doesn't hesitate and just goes with her and actually rides her.
Yeah, I know.
So, and to think, you know, back in Minimus is Missing, when she didn't even know how to ride Saffron, and obviously was taught at the end, stuff and whatever, but it proves how much Amber has grown, you know, and just, yeah. There's a reason I love her so much, and shout out to Darcy Rose Burns, who is just so incredible.
Oh yeah.
And we're hoping to have you on the podcast, sweet.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We definitely want to talk with you.
Yeah.
You know, it just shows just how much she's changed, and it's just awesome.
Oh yeah.
So,
and I love that this song, you know, that Sophia was basically teaching her parents something. You know,
yeah.
I'm sure that they knew, you know, that they had to protect the kingdom. I mean, Roland even says, "I'll come back and, you know, and fight, but not until you're all safe."
Yeah.
So he was going to protect his kingdom, but his first priority was his family.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I love how Sophia's like, no, Dad, the entire kingdom is your family.
Oh yeah.
You have to protect all of them.
Oh yeah. Hold on 1 sec. I'm gonna get a drink of water.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back, but. All right, I'm good.
Okay.
Yep. And it's real life happening on the podcast, so.
Yeah, I got a drink of water too.
So they get back to the castle, and Sophia remembers, not by name, sadly, but she remembers how Elena was trapped
Yeah, and I wish that they would have said Elena's name.
I know. Me too. I mean, I get what they didn't because I wanted her to have a clean break, but at the same time, it would have been nice.
Yeah.
So she figures, that she can do that. To Vor to get rid of her. And
Yeah.
Amber asked her, what if with Vor trapped inside that your amulet's not, or it changes, or that it's not the way it used to be, and Sophia's like, so be it. And she takes it off, and Amber captures Twitch and Wormwood.
Yeah.
And so she waits for the right moment, obviously, and says, Amulet, I wish for Vor to be trapped inside you, not realizing, obviously, that anything else was going to happen, or, would happen. And so basically the amulet obeys her, but then even though Amber's trying so hard to hold on to her and to prevent anything from happening, Vor pulls her inside.
Yeah.
So let's just stop there for a second.
Yes.
And so that whole scene, I mean, before we go any further, that whole thing was just very well done and very, action, it was just very, very, very well done and very well choreographed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
oh, yeah. But I was thinking about our girl the entire time.
we're not there yet. Hey, wait.
Oh, yeah,
Wait
we're
a minute.
not.
We're not there yet. So, yeah, edit. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I feel like Teresa on the Bambi episode of TV2 where they're into the movie and they're talking about the third to the second last scene or something, and they she says something and Steve's like, no, we're not. Oh, he says something and then she's like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So, yeah, so pretty much she gets pulled in, and then her friends show up and, ask what happened, where she is, and Amber is just holding on to the amulet, and she just sounds so heartbroken and scared, and she's like, Vor trapped her inside. And so then before we get into that, Cedric ends up having to fight Wormwood, and here I just felt so bad for him because they were once friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not friends, but they, and it was just sad to see what a huge difference, what a huge difference their lives had taken, how different their lives are now,
Yeah.
and the different paths they had taken. So, and so, hold on a minute. Okay, so sorry, I lost my place there for a sec.
Okay.
But okay, so now we're gonna, go there. So she's inside the amulet, and I'll let you take the visual stuff from here, and then.
Well, she's falling down, and she just keeps falling for forever. And before this, I was imagining that, it was all dark, like there was a door on the side of it, where all the princesses went out, in and out, But that's not the case. It's like a stone room, basically, with stone floors and walls, and so the princesses had to go, like, somehow be shot, like, lifted up, and, maybe on an elevator, I don't know.
That's funny.
And the amulet is not dark like we thought. I mean, we don't know if that light eventually goes out or not, but it's all pink and greenish. So, like, it's actually lit inside there. And I was just thinking about Elena the entire time, like 41 years trapped in that small space. I mean,
Yeah.
Sophia, she could,
Yeah.
she could walk around, but,
Yeah.
it wasn't the same as, like, it was a tiny space, so.
Right. So when she finally stops falling, she realizes where she is, like after a few seconds or so, and she commands that the amulet send her, let her out, and this is pretty much where I did start crying, because all I was thinking was, our girl probably did that so many times within, like, the first, like, hour or two, or even, Masa, like, more than that, and obviously it didn't work for her either.
Yeah.
And I just, I just couldn't stop thinking, and I know you too, that,
Yeah.
How scared Elena must have been.
I know. Just, yeah.
And just the fact that obviously she couldn't get out, and, obviously she was thinking, of Isa, she was thinking of, her abuelos, and, most of all, she was thinking of what she had just, what she just witnessed, and to her, that she had failed, and, and probably, apologizing profusely to her parents, thinking that she had let them down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Sophia, is going to be, take me out of the amulet, and obviously, like I said, it doesn't work, and, Vor's like, silly girl, why would it be so easy, why would a trap that I set be so easy for you to escape from? You're all alone, I know I know your greatest fear, and I know, your greatest weakness, and it's coming true right now. You're all alone, and At that point, actually, is when I started to fear this woman, because I just was like, oh, geez, okay, forget the person she's inhabiting. This Vor chick on her own is scary.
Yeah.
So, and they have this, like, rap, almost, like, style battle, and it doesn't top Right Thing to Do at all, but it comes somewhat close, because Vor just keeps knocking her down, and she keeps getting up.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally knocking her down.
I know.
Yeah.
And, you know, then we see the spirits of all the princesses behind her at one point, and her chest starts to glow.
Yeah.
And the, you know, that's how Vor is defeated. And you can find that song in sequence on YouTube. I don't have it. But anyway, it is amazing. And, you know, all I wanted, although we knew we weren't going to get it because obviously her family was out there waiting, and she could see them. There was... Yeah.
Which means that I was just wondering what Elena could see.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
If she could see anything.
Yeah, me too.
Like when Sofia, you know, when she gets the amulet, if Elena could see everything that she was doing.
Oh yeah. But so, you know, she defeats Vor, but she's still stuck, and Prisma obviously comes out of being possessed, and she's like, I'm sorry, you know, we're gonna stay here forever, and she's like, I don't know. And so then you go outside. Okay, so we're gonna slow down there for a sec. So what are your, you know, what did you think of this? Like, the battle and the song and, you know, all that.
I thought this was the most complex, you know, aside from For One and All song, you know, and I haven't seen every single episode of Sofia, but, you know, what I have seen, was the most complex episode and complex scene that they've ever done. You know, in terms of, like, just emotionally charged. And it was just brilliant what they did here. And, you know, so, I mean, having Sofia face her worst fear, you know, in the one thing that, you know, basically protected her all these years, was just awesome.
It definitely was, and I can't help but think that Sofia, that whole time, you know, was thinking to herself, well, Elena survived 41 years, I can survive a couple hours, or, you know, days, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, in here, and, you know, that she was remembering, you know, how much her sister loved her and how much she had taught her, you know, and that definitely helped her too.
Oh yeah.
So, and for those of you, you know, who are somewhat confused, when I said that just now, I meant Elena, not Amber, in this case. Yeah. But yeah, so, okay, so we go back outside of the amulet, and everyone is pretty much at a loss on what to do until Cedric realizes that he can help. And he goes to his spell book, gets a spell out, and he puts the amulet on the table, and Lucinda arrives. Everyone arrives and is wondering what happened. And, you know, they're told and stuff, and all the magical beings, you know, go crowd around Cedric to help him do this, but everyone else wants help too. And I love Cedric's impatience. He's like, okay, fine, everyone get a circle, but just do something. I'm like, oh my god. And what's interesting of note here is that his parents, within their magical portrait confinements, actually help as well.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And, but, I mean, they may have really been there. He may have invited them for the party. I don't know. If that's the case, then I'm wrong. But the point being is they help too. And this is where you see he and his father actually working together for a mutual cause, so, which is really cool, because if you remember in Mystic Meadows, which is the one where Sophia first meets them, Goodwin the Great, who is Cedric's father, pretty much never really listened to him and would put him down and stuff, and Sophia actually helps them to get closer.
Yeah.
But, oh, one other thing about Cedric that I totally forgot to comment on, I don't even know how I forgot it, because one of my favorite exchanges between these two in this whole finale, besides the Ruby thing, but this other exchange is just plain funny. When when the spell is lifted, the mind control spell, and he sees that she has his family wand, he's like, and I'll take that back, thank you very much. I'm like, what the heck did you think she was gonna do with it? I mean, really, she's not James.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not gonna create a huge cannon and watch it go boom. So, anyway, they all gather around and he tells them to focus on Sophia, and he says the spell in Latin, and probably a lot of magical light stuff happens, which I wasn't privy to, but she obviously comes out of the amulet.
Yeah.
Her and Prisma. And I'm not sure if Amber gets to her first, or it's Miranda, but one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it might be Miranda.
Okay. Yeah, so, Miranda hugs her, and then Amber, we're getting to my favorite scene, oh my gosh. Amber hugs her and stuff.
And I think it might be outside when they're doing this.
Yes, yeah, okay, so, yeah. So, oh yeah, the protectors are there too. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Prisma surrenders the protectors. So Miranda hugs Sophia, and so then Vega and Orion make Sophia an official protector.
Yep.
And I love the exchange between Tilly and Miranda here, because it is hilarious.
I know. Miranda.
Yeah, especially like Miranda's like, so what does this protector job entail exactly? And Tilly's like, oh, it's very exciting and only occasionally life-threatening. I'll tell you all about it in the house or inside.
I love how Miranda just sounds so concerned.
I know.
And just like, she's like, I nearly lost my daughter tonight. And now she's going to go and do this potentially dangerous and life-threatening job, and
yeah.
And
Tilly is all like, this is cool, don't worry. I still stand by what I said. Tilly is a descendant somehow of Miss Frizzle. I mean, go back and watch Great Aunt Venture. It's really good, and she is, well, she's, I don't want to say crazy again, but she just is fun-loving, but she just is really hyper. It's really funny. And, oh my gosh, oh man. And they sing together on that one. She and Sofia have a duet together.
Cool.
Recipe for Adventure. But yeah, it is really cool. But my point is that she, oh my gosh, I love Aunt Tilly. Oh man. So basically, you know, they go in the house. I keep saying the house, not darn house. They go in the castle, and everyone pretty much goes in for the fiesta. All the protectors are mooching off them for the food. And, you know, James is probably in there doing the night stuff and all that. And you know, their friends from Roller Prep are probably chowing down in the crowd. And Amber and Sofia are outside. And, you know, Amber's like, I'm glad, you know, you're okay. And then things start to get very interesting, and it's so awesome. I love this scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes out of the whole entire finale.
Yes.
And shout out again to Darcy, because you just did such an amazing job bringing the emotion to the forefront with this interaction. It was just so authentic. And so Amber starts crying, and she's like, you know, what you did today, what you just did was one of the noblest things I've ever seen anyone do. You know, I thought I lost you today. And she gives her a hug, and Sophia's like, no, she's like, you can't, you know, you'll never lose me, you know, we're sisters. And Amber just like breaks down, and Sofia gives her a hug, another one. And so they pull away, and you know, and Amber's like, you're going to make a great protector. And Sophia's like, and you are going to make a great queen.
Yes.
Amber the first. And you know, and Amber's like, I like the sound of that. And that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure they probably go back in.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And then Sofia says it's something about, is it good to be home, or...
Yes, yeah. She's like, it's good to be home, and Amber's like, it's good to have you home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I mean, this finale was amazing. I loved reviewing it with you.
Yes, it was awesome. And it was so much fun to review it with you.
Oh, yeah. And basically, I give this one a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Or actually, no, I'm going to do a 9 out of 10 because something was missing.
Yes. We both know
Or
what that
someone
something
was missing. Yes.
Yes.
But definitely a 9 out of 10. It was definitely incredible and very enjoyable to watch and very engaging.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen, like I said, about almost 8 times now.
Yeah.
So on our next episode, we are going to be reviewing, I want to say, Royal Retreat.
Yeah.
So, for Elena.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or it may actually be a speculation for Song of the Sirenas. So, and
or it might even be a review of Song of the Sirenas.
Yeah. So, if we do that, it'll be a special one.
Yeah.
And then all the others will be in order.
Yeah.
So, and then on that one, we might have our friend Paige on with us. We're hoping to get her on for that.
Yep.
So if that's everything, then we will see you guys later. Adios.
Adios.